Hey guys, my name is Joyce McClure, and I'm going to discuss my thoughts about the Democratic debate that took place in Ohio. Just diving right into it, and I will be referencing to my notes, so if my eyes are all over the place, that's why. But jumping right into it, the first question was, how did the candidates handle themselves during the debate and react to their peers? And I will say that I am very disappointed in their behavior in comparison to the first debate that I did watch. The very first debate, I applauded them for allowing one another to talk and being respectful of one another's opinion. But this debate did not go that way. There was a lot of over talking, there was a lot of running over time, and I just felt that it wasn't a good representation for the Democratic candidates. For one, they all shared the same opinion towards Donald Trump. How, he's a very hot headed, he's aggressive, and things of that such. But I think it's hypocritical to judge him of his flaws when they were showcasing the same exact flaws in front of the entire world. And Cory Booker had made it a point to say, like, you guys, we shouldn't be up here treating each other these ways, but it continued on because he had to reiterate that same thought in between a heated debate between Beto and Pete. I can't pronounce his last name, I'm sorry. But when they were discussing gun violence. And I just feel like there wasn't a good representation for them to put out there. It really didn't show respect that they have for one another. But moving on to the next question was, do I think that the moderators asked fair questions? I would say for the most part, and I'm going to discuss the questions that they did address that I feel were very important to America and their thoughts about it. But I feel that the question about age was very unfair. I feel it was discriminating because anybody who's chasing a lifelong dream, they don't want to have to worry about that time clock. Things should be based on people's experience, their intelligence, and how well they conduct themselves, and they can present matters and come up with a very thorough plan. And one question in particular that I did not like was towards Vice President Biden, which I'm not Team Biden, just to be honest. But they asked him, do he feel that with turning 80, will he be able to handle being the president, based on a comment that former President Jimmy Carter made, saying that at age 80, he don't feel like he could handle it. I feel like that was very biased because, just using myself for example, I'll feel some type of way if someone compared my endurance to a peer's endurance, because we are all different individuals. And what I may be able to handle, the next person may not be able to handle, and vice versa. So I do not feel there was a fair question to ask towards him directly, because it's kind of hard to convince people that you can be a good leader based on your age. Also, with Bernie Sanders putting his health problems out there, like, we know he have health problems, but we shouldn't discriminate. We should make people feel guilty about something that they can't control. You can't control your age. So I really did not agree with that question. Also, the next one was, what role should moderators play in presidential debate, and were the questions fair and objective, and did they reveal an agenda among the news media? And I will say that the role they should play is facilitating questions that would be more appealing to those that are watching, those of us who are trying to decide who we want to vote for. And other than the age question, I feel like the questions that they asked were dead on, and I do believe that they did set an agenda. And some of the things that I want to pinpoint on before time runs out is healthcare. I'm so happy that they discussed that, because I'm all for, healthcare for everyone. Me right now, I'm experienced not having healthcare with quitting my career of being a teacher and pursuing school full time. But saying that you would just tax the wealthier more, which Warren kept saying that we'll just, fair taxes and such. Okay, what are these numbers going to look like? And what is considered a fair tax? And is that going to work out? She just never really gave a thorough plan. It was chasing rabbits all over the place. And I'm happy they put that out there to show, like, okay, that's something that you all need to work on. You want to help us with healthcare? Well, you need to come up with a solid plan on how we're going to do this. Also, I love how they ask questions towards gun violence, and I love the point that Castro made about that we also need to think about police violence, because there's a lot of police officers who's been misusing their authority with using guns. And I'm happy that he included that, because that gives us something as individuals, as voters, to think about and something to consider when selecting a candidate. And one more thing I want to make a point of, because I'm about to run over 5 minutes, is that the overprescription of opioid usage. I really love that they put that out there. I am going onto a whole natural healing wave. I really try to stray away from using pharmaceutical drugs just because I know the danger and harm that they can cause. And I love that they put it out that people who are experiencing opioid um, overdose should be decriminalized, because when the government is putting a pharmaceutical drug on the market that they know is addictive, that they know that can cause death and things of that such, but they're using it to make money, that's not right. And I love that they ask that question so we can look at candidates who actually care about that and are into making a change when it comes to prescribing people to help them with whatever illness that they are trying to overcome. So I don't ran out of time. Sorry guys, I didn't want this to be lengthy. I will say they did ask some good questions, but I just wish they would have behaved a little bit better. So that's all I have. Thank you.